Good day and welcome to a new video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe! Hello and welcome in today. Today you're joined by me, Daniel, and we're doing this 90-minute art challenge. Painting this blondish lady in this kind of flower bush kind of area. It's a 90-minute art challenge. You can find it on 90-minute art challenge at tumblr.com. I'm sure you'll be able to find it, as well as on Bobby Cheryl's channel. He's got a lot of these challenges on his channel. Um, just painting this at the moment. I've done a few 90-minute art challenges over the last couple of weeks or so. Couple of like 2 months, I think, 2 or 3 months. I've been doing 90-minute art challenges. I thought I'll come in. I do sound a little bit croaky, but I want to get this video done. I need to get this video done so I can keep up this YouTube channel and keep things going. Unfortunately, I can't control my health. I wish I could, but it's best I can do for the moment. But hopefully I make complete sense, and you guys fully still understand me. Yeah, awesome. So, thanks for coming in if you have come in. Whether you have tuned in, it's better to say that you've tuned in. Thanks for tuning in. If you've tuned in on Twitch or YouTube, today I'm talking to you about a topic. I'm talking to you about um, doing the same thing will get you the same results. So you do the same old thing, the same old illustration, the same old YouTube videos, the same old Instagram post. You'll probably expect to see the same results as you are getting now. And that can be taken in many ways. It can be a good thing because, you're getting good results, you're creating good posts. So just keep it up. But if you're doing the same old thing that, you are only achieving, maybe 15 views per video, per illustration, per image, and you really want to, improve that, and get that, higher. I mean, it is, the higher you go, the more challenging it is, but, um, you really want to get it higher, then you've got to change things up. You can't keep it the same as you are creating now. Whether it's the quality, it's the way you post it, it's where you post it, it's how you post it. Um, Kind of the five, is it W's? When, where, why, how? Yeah, the five W's. Whether you have to change those things. But certainly, doing it the same way, creating it the same way, you know, certainly doing that, keeping it, not changing it, um, it'll give you the same results. It'll give you only those couple of viewers, or um, for YouTube, those couple of subscribers, um, which isn't bad, but, it'll get you the same results. So you definitely, if you want to achieve for more, you definitely need to change, and change it for the better. And it's a lot of trial and error. It's not just straightforward. You do the same thing and you get the same results. So change it up. It's not as simple as that. Just change it up. It's a bit of experiment sometimes, on the type of videos you do, um, and what you create. And one example I can think of, especially for YouTube here, is a artist called Matthew Delbridge that I had in here on my channel probably a year or more ago. I think I'm not 100% sure. Can't, but I'm pretty sure about then. He has a channel, a YouTube channel, and he usually he just kind of draw kind of what I'm doing, where you just draw and kind of talk over it. But recently he's been kind of showing his face a little bit more. You see him talking into the microphone, and it's been quite cool, seeing that in part of his video, which has made, his videos, I feel, look a little bit better, changed it up a little bit better, isn't like any kind of other YouTube channels per se. There are obviously some that are similar that do that kind of thing. Looking at someone like Adam Duck does quite a bit of that, where you see his face talking into a microphone, reviewing things and things like that. You're welcome in. I do these streams on Twitch, and then uh, they get posted onto YouTube. But yeah, they weren't doing the same old thing over and over again. They changed it up. They trialed something new um, with their videos, and now it looks like they, um, have hit something different, in terms of their success of their channel or their success of their art or things like that. It definitely, they didn't do the same thing over and over again, so not hitting the same results. Um, Now for me, I've tried this, I've changed things up, say with my weekly tips. It started out with just me kind of chatting in the camera, um, talking about a certain topic like, raises, and I talked about, having printouts of your work. I talked about like having a sketchbook, simple things. And then, that changed into something different where I just talked about, using shapes. Then that developed into me creating drawings of animals. Um, Now again, changing up a little bit more again. Still not as much as like showing my face and everything like that. I mean, I don't mind showing my face. It's just that um, it'll be a bit of a setup nightmare per se. I suppose, I do have access to a ring light now, with those TikTokers and things. But yeah, I do have um, there is a ring light available there, so it's possible that I could set that up one day, but yeah, it's struggling because it's at night time when I usually do kind of my streams. So that means I've got to have kind of a good area, listen up, for me to do that presentation like that. I don't really have the space um, for it, the kind of camera for it either. Um, I've got a simple camera that can record me, so it is possible. Um, but yeah, I want to change things up differently rather than go to that just because unfortunately, I don't have that kind of space um, or full capability. It would be um, try quite a dramatic change, I guess, into it, and it could not work out. So it's risky per se, but sometimes good things come with risks as well. Um, if there's a certain type of art style you're going for, um, or direction, or certain type of YouTube video you're creating, or creation, poster, whatever you're creating, there might be a certain look that you've never done before, and you know, your first time might become quite bad per se, but eventually you'll get there and make it work. So yeah, it can work if you're willing to make that risk uh, for the better, it can work. Um, for me, changing things up. I mean, this week has been kind of a rough week with me getting a bit of a tummy bug about Wednesday-ish night. Um, Being not able to kind of paint or create. I painted Thursday or Wednesday night, sorry, but just after that, I wasn't feeling too good. Um, I was just doing a bit of my pug that I'm working on, and then from there, I haven't been able to paint much. I've slept all day Thursday pretty much, just trying to get myself better. Um, Friday, same again. I had to go to work though. I worked through it, but a bit sluggish. But it was okay. Um, Saturday got a little bit done. I did my weekly tips, so with that I've changed it up. So with the weekly tips, it only took me like 10 minutes to actually do the pre stuff of the weekly tips. Um, so that's something good. It gives me a week's in advance of something, and it didn't take too long to do. Um, where if I did the same old thing, just drawing a few animals, one animal in a few different poses, it would have took me, a couple more nights again um, to do that, because it usually takes me 2 or 3 nights to complete those, to get a few of those good drawings of the um, different angles, depending on when I work on them. Because if I get a good weekend where um, I'm just chilling and being able to paint, I do get those drawings in, and I manage to get those weekly tips done easily enough. Um, but the last few weeks been a bit struggling. Like I said, this week's been cold. Last week I had things on, so it's a bit of a struggle. It doesn't always work out that I have a lot of time on the weekend to do a lot of stuff. Um, I still have family time, sort of other things. But if I didn't change things up this weekend, where I did a shorter weekly tips, and also didn't do a 90-minute art challenge this week. I just worked on the pungled, my pug tangled painting that I've got going on at the moment. With that, with these 90-minute art challenges that I'm doing at the moment, um, it's kind of it's good, it's good to do and it's good practice and everything like that. For me, though, with this channel, I don't want it to become an always constant thing that you always see me do these Nightmare Art Challenges at, because it will be a similar channel to, say, Bo Chill, because it's got the same kind of imagery as he was doing with those Nightmare Art Challenges. Even though they are my paintings that I'm doing, they are similar, so they'll, um, yeah. But yeah, it's the same old thing. So, as well as, a year before that, I've been doing book illustration. But it's been the same old book that I've been creating for a while, so I've had that content on my channel quite a bit for a long time, and it's been the same old thing. Um, so, getting the same kind of results. Some are different, some have artists in. Sometimes I've had breaks and things where I do have different paintings and things that I worked on during that time period that I was working on that. There were a few things that I was doing in that time period, per se, like, I think I did a couple of pugs in that time period. I did the genie in that one, um, while I was kind of when I went over the book once, and now I redid most of the the paintings in that book after that, as well as uh, some videos where I was just drawing and chatting. Um, just drawing some elephants, I think I did, and drawing some different animals. So, there was a bit of differences that I did try um, during that period. But yeah, you know, I definitely try and change things up as much as I can. As well as also with this video, I've made it much shorter, half the time that I usually do. Um, I usually go on for 40 minutes, but tonight, or in this stream, not tonight, sorry, I'm doing 20 minutes rather than um, 40 minutes. And that could be a thing that I might keep up. Um, just to give me a little bit more time to do a few things, because a 40-minute um, chat about something, a certain topic, is really good for some topics where I do go more in depth and things like that. Mainly, I did it 45 minutes because, with the artists that I have in, usually that's roughly a good time to just chat and chillax and talk and get to ask all my questions and things like that. 20 minutes usually doesn't feel like enough with artists, but without artists, it's a little different. I'm like chatting about the same topic over and over again. I don't know if I've said the same thing, you know. So that's something I might change to, is that I will have these videos for a bit shorter, where I'm just kind of chatting. And that also gives, you guys, the viewers, whether you view on Twitch or YouTube, um, a little bit of variety as well, with the length of my videos, the weekly tips is a shortish video. It's usually 10, 15 minutes, 20-ish. I might have had one 20 minutes maybe. Um, Usually not over 15 though. Usually it's about 10-ish minutes that I have the weekly tips for. It's usually not that long. Um, but yeah, they're not too long basically. Um, so that gives you a bit of variety where you've got these a little bit in between of, it's not so long as 40 minutes. So you don't spend so much time watching me paint as well talking about this topic over and over again, so 20 minutes seems pretty good. It's half the time I usually do, and that cuts it down. So that means that, if I'm doing these streams on, say, Friday or Saturday night, I do if I do my 20 minutes, that means, I do the 20 minutes, and then that gives me like another hour, and yeah, about another hour to kind of do other stuff as well as edit this video together, um, and might get some weekly tips done. Whereas 40 minutes, I usually, once I've set up and started the 40 minutes, I've done the 40 minutes, then I've got to edit the video and stuff like that. Um, you know, it's by the time I've done all that, I don't really want to do much else. So, half in the time it gives me 20 extra minutes there where I could spend it doing that, editing the video, which gives me more time, say on that Friday night, to get that weekly tip started and to do that stuff. So that gives me less time, not so daunting. I don't feel so tired after doing a 20-minute stream. So, that's always helpful. So that's another change that will come. Um, this is my first video that's about 20 minutes long. Obviously, it's me painting for 90 minutes. I've sped it up to be about 20 minutes. So yeah, those are the changes I'm going to make. As well as, I haven't really spoken too much about, creating your illustrations. If you do the same old illustrations, you get the same results. So trying to, with these 90-minute art challenges, it's been great to have some different creations that I'm doing, something I wouldn't normally paint. So that's, expanded my knowledge with painting. It's really helped me, and hopefully that will, in turn improve the art that I'm doing now, the new paintings that I'm doing. I'm pausing 90-minute art challenges for now. I'm going to be doing a few of my other paintings. I've started on the Pungled, the Pug Tangled one that I'm going to do, and there'll be probably two parts to that coming onto YouTube. Uh, in a little while, once I've finished a few of these 90-minute art challenges that I've got. Once I've done those, then the Pungled with part one, part two, then it'll be the next set of paintings I'm going to be doing. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but it'll be something different. Whether it be more pug related paintings, or it will be um, a few other paintings that I do. Maybe I've got another book in mind, you know. So we'll see where we go from here. I definitely will be changing things up again. But I don't try and do the same old thing again and again. I have in the past done the same old thing, um, and it's a trap you can get yourself into. But there is a way out, and it's just a matter of, looking at the results you're getting, um, and making the changes for the better. It takes trial and error, um, but definitely doing the same old thing or the thing you're doing now, you get the same results as you get now. If you like those results, stay those results. Keep doing what you're doing. Um, but if you're doing the same old thing, you're not getting the results you want, then there's a way you've got to change things up. You got to do it a different way. Um, Whether it's, you need to produce less to build your quality up, or um, you need to change it up on the topics or the kind of illustrations you're creating. Yeah, you definitely need to change it up to get the results you want. So, thanks for joining me. Hopefully, it's been great chatting about this, been a little bit shorter. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. Sorry if I do sound a little bit croaky, as I said, a little bit getting over a cold. But it's great creating this video, so hopefully you enjoy it. Keep creating, keep drawing, and see you in the next video.